Not going to take as deep a starting position this time. Last time I played pretty aggressively with getting all the way into the inner cap. Being outside of B, I'm going to actually cozy up to one of the islands that are on my side of the cap this time and not go as deep in. Do you like these islands off to the right? So a group of 3 is a good spot. This island over here on the left is also workable. We're going to try straight ahead. Maybe we won't be the first ship into cap or one of the first ships into cap. In that game, I don't believe there was any destroyers to do capping, so it kind of creates extra pressure. You feel like you need to push a little bit more than you might be comfortable with. In this case, we've got 2 destroyers on each side to do that early capping and spotting. And we're just going to pull up next to these little islands. We can shoot over them pretty easily and also use them as a good source of concealment for us. Beauty of the American gun arcs, we can easily get up and over this island. Unfortunately, we're spotted by an enemy plane, possibly from the Bismarck. If you're going to fire at a German battleship, or really any battleship from this distance away in a cruiser, you want to go for the superstructure. It's going to yield you more consistent AP damage than if you're firing the armor belt. Pull up a little bit. Switch to armor piercing just to see if I can catch this Helena broadside. Even through the stern, we got pretty good damage. Got 3,000. A little bit behind her. So the mod that I chose over steering gears is the one that basically increases your acceleration rate. So that's why I'm able to poke out, in and out a little quicker than I normally would. A second Alabama up tonight. Thinking about picking her up. Free XP. Very strong ship on PC side of the game. I believe a sister ship to one of the most popular American battleships, which is the Massachusetts. So I'm just going to try to hang in this little sweet spot here. We're difficult to hit. Get fire on ships all around the center area of the map, and dude, it's just not cool. I'm in this spot. Pretty easy for him to go around that position. So we've lost our Odin. People tend to play way too aggressively in Odin. It's not an early game battleship as far as pushing. It's pretty poor guns overall. Armor scheme is turtleback, but not fantastic. Oops. No reason to be pushing into them at this point. Check our shoulder. Get reloaded in time. Okay, we're gonna have to worry about this Bismarck pushing. Lost a couple ships behind us. Pull up and turn a little bit so I can get my front turrets in play. Just focusing on the battleship behind me right now. Set a fire on the Bismarck. I'll switch to the Backlin. Actually, I might do that anyway since he's backing up. About to go forward, looks like. Alright, let's push ahead. So we can help with the Fletcher, continue to work on the Bismarck.
All stations requesting fire on the designated
The Bismarck's going to push into our position, so might be able to just hang here. Aim a little higher to get the superstructure. He's targeting us now, so we're going to move. Got a little more pace than I expected. Okay, now we're gonna switch to the destroyer. French destroyers are fast, so I'm gonna have to lead him out quite substantially. Almost off the screen. Just missed. At least keep him off my battleship.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
Don't want him to come back and torpedo that battleship, so I make him turn out.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
He's turning in, so I have to aim below his track. These French DDs are not the easiest to hit with high arcing shots. He's going to slow in a turn. It's our best chance to line up shots on him. And man, they just accelerate out of turn so quickly. Damn you little French bastard.
All stations, concentrate fire.
That'll hurt. Probably shouldn't have kept pushing this issue so strongly.
Teammate, I need your support.
We've sunk an enemy destroyer.
Fortunately, we've lost a few more ships. Process of taking care of the DD.
Thank you.
Can move forward and get shots on the Bismarck over the island here.
Attention, reporting the target position.
Bismarck is kind of heading straight towards us now. Lost the spot. Try to move up a little. This Bismarck, yeah, he's in range. Maybe 15.5 is the base range. I wish they had the number on the concentric circles on the minimap. They do on PC, and it's just a lot easier. You don't have to memorize all your numbers. Bismarck's coming in. I'm going to start spanking him with armor-piercing rounds. Hopefully he's not going to focus on me too soon. Try to stay angled to him. So damage. You have to be aware of his secondaries. Oh, pretty substantially. He did kill the battleship, so now I've got multiple Bismarcks to deal with. Hopefully these torpedoes will land on Spencer machine, but he's slowing. Just gonna try to punish broadside with armor piercing. Got the fires.
Problem solved, sir.
Getting good damage. Oh, good God, there's another one. Bismarck on this side. It's all Bismarcks, man. How's Spencer machine? Is he alive? Is he dead? Looks like he died. Kind of caught in no man's land here. Double check. Fortunately, I'm detected by the Bismarck's hydro, so that Wichita is able to engage me and I can't see him. Now I can see you. Keep backing up. Maybe I can reach the smoke. Go ahead and use the heal. Still a minute left on this smoke, which is fantastic. But I'm going to lose spotting temporarily. See if I can slide back here and help with the Bismarck. Hopefully he's focused on our Bismarck. Spotted, so the Wichita is going to take advantage of that. I'm going to stay bow into him. Try to help on this Bismarck, get him out as soon as I can. Wichita is now spotted. Shift back to him. Is he showing me broadside? No, so I'm going to stay with high explosive. Don't want to show too much side. But I have a big HP advantage. Goodness. I'm gonna switch to armor piercing now. He's gonna have to... Well, didn't survive that maneuver. Keep armor piercing loaded for the Helena. Especially if he turns away from me. He will set me on fire, there's really no doubt. He has 15 turrets. But I can punish him with armor piercing. Got lucky to get a double fire there.
Problem solved, sir.
Stay bow in. Don't want to give up a ram. Gonna turn away. Bring more guns to bear. My heal will be back up in 22 seconds. Am I gonna hit an island? No. God, he's whittling me down. My armor piercing is bouncing. Switching to HE. Obviously should have used HE sooner. Try the play. Got out of that without getting completely embarrassed by the Helena. Helena's a great ship. But I probably should have either been aiming higher on the superstructure or to switch to HE earlier with him bow on me. So basically his armor held up pretty well as long as he was angled straight in at me and just weaving back and forth. So he obviously was a pretty good player. He didn't give up broadside to me. We wound up topping the charts. And that was a game again about lots of patience. We had all those Bismarcks around us. I wish it would break down your damage against each ship like they do on PC. You can actually see what type of damage you did against which exact ship. So it would have been cool to see how much armor-piercing damage we did against each of those Bismarcks. But I know we had pretty good success against them. And then taking out that Wichita was important as well. Most importantly, 5,000 XP.